But just as we're coming up to the final question, and we're talking about booze hall and then drugathons and stuff like that, token on the reef pole and all that stuff that you fucking crazy kids do. I loved Artie Lange, and of course the links to the book for sale will be linked down below. Don't worry about this. But I love that Artie Lange. He was actually kind of sexy, and nobody wants to admit it. But we all would have banged him, and that's just the way it is.
He carried that weight well.
He had a lovely smile, and if you've got a nice smile, you'd still get it. Look at Jack Nicholson. He's 87. He's fat as fuck. He smells of shit.
Hold on a second.
Get
the fuck off.
Smile.
Get off of there. Fucking little jerk off. Sorry. You have cats? They're a pain in the ass.
No, only for sexual reasons. But it's always been an opinion of mine that Stern sort of unofficially enabled Artie Lange because they turned his real life issues into show banter, and it's like, oh, Artie's on heroin, he just fell over. It's like, do you not think you should maybe send him to somewhere, like coming into work on heroin? Like they did food eating contests and all this shit. So do you think that maybe Howard Stern enabled Artie Lange?
Well, listen, it's been a signature of the show from day one. Like, take someone's disability and use it to your advantage. Like, I mean, your advantage is his advantage. Just think about half the Whack Packers, like Fred the Elephant Boy. He had a horrible speech impediment. Do you think he would help him out in any other way? No. You fucking, the worse he got, the better, the more funny it was. He had that dude in a wheelchair, that fucking midget guy. Did he help him out at all? No. Did he send Hank the Angry Draw to fucking rehab? No. The worse they are, the more entertaining they are. And that was been his forte for a long time. And then you get a fucking star like Artie Lange, who's already a star. Why would you do anything to help him? Because fucking, it's more entertaining if you got a problem than if you fix your problem.
What do you think, Schmuel? Do you think he enabled him?
Absolutely. Of course he did. He was using him, it's like Dance for Me Monkey. He was letting him get high, he's letting him do everything.
Talk about Robin?
He doesn't care. I don't think Howard cares about anyone. He only cared about himself in the show, so he was very happy to let Artie destroy himself.
But I always thought that, because I remember there was a comedy roast that they recorded later in the day, and you could literally see, shall we say, the nose beer around Artie Lange's nostril, and it's like, come on, like, this guy's getting an addiction issue. He's brutally out of shape, and you're letting him on the air, and he's all fucked up, and like Artie. I'm not saying that it's specifically the show's fault, but Artie went from being like a guy's guy and a party guy to being a fucking junkie. And now look at him, like his fucking face is disfigured. He's got a nose like fucking Robin Quivers.
Oh Christ! You make it hard to tell stories, bro. So I it's a New York thing. West 4th Street is like where the Comedy Cellar is, and that's like sort of like where all the big comedians go and shit. And it's like there's a bunch of train stops there, and and then West 4th Street, and you go down West 4th Street, it's like all restaurants and bars, and it's like fun. And the Comedy Cellar's right there. And I got off the train and I fucking walk, and then there's Artie pacing back and forth in the street. And he goes, Grillo, what's up? What's up? And I see he's got like money clenched in his hand, which means he's waiting for the fucking dealer for whatever he was buying at that point, probably Oxy. But I looked at his nose, and it was before it collapsed, that he had 2 scabs that looked like 2 cinnamon donuts around his nostrils. And I go, I've done some blow before, but I never got into that. How did the fuck that happen? It turns out it was right when he got out of the hospital, where the girl that he was with, when he was in the shower, took a bunch of Oxy and used the salt shaker from the hotel room, the glass salt shaker, to crush up the Oxy. And she didn't realize while she's crushing up the Oxy that the bottom of the salt shaker, a big piece of glass clipped off. And she's crushing up glass and the Oxy. And she went down to the downstairs to go buy something, and Artie came out and showed a bunch of fucking Oxy on the table and went, glass. He snorted a bunch of broken up glass, and that's why his nose. He had to go to the hospital, and that's why his nose was like that. And I saw him right when he got out of the hospital because I was like, "How do you get your like scabs around your nostrils like that?" And it's because he snorted glass and was in the hospital, and then it took like a week for them to get all the glass out of his fucking nasal cavity.
Would you rather snort glass or smell Rosie O'Donnell's underwear after a long train flight?
A long train. Yeah, I had an international flight from Australia to Japan to Ireland. I'll take the glass, please. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, she's an ugly, woke bitch. But what about you, Schmuel? Like you're famously addicted to heroin. I mean, look at the fucking state of you fucking animal. But there's been talk of Artie making some type of return because like this isn't like insider info, but Artie's been in contact with Bob Levy, the Reverend over there, yeah, and like I wish Artie would come back because I know it's the hacky thing to be saying like, oh, I wish that fucking we could get Artie's take on stuff, but since he's been gone, there's been 3 Bruce Springsteen albums. One of them was a soul covers album, and AC/DC's back with one of their best albums ever. We need Artie's take on this stuff. We need an Artie Lange review of The Many Saints of Newark. We have to have that. So we gotta get it back. We need Artie back. Why don't you call him on the air, Grillo, right now?
I think we don't need Artie back because I think if Artie back, it means Artie's back to his old shit. I think there's a reason why he's not around anymore because he cannot be in the public eye without having that craving for fucking drugs. I bumped into what's his name? Colin, not Colin Farrell, Colin Quinn, and who is credited in Artie's book for saving his life. He brought a bunch of Irish fucking hoodlums and threw him in a fucking van and brought him to rehab. When that day Artie said specifically he was going to. So when I bumped into him, I said, "Thank you for saving our friend's life." And I've met him like once or twice. I didn't realize how much he knew who I was. And I was like, well, "What's the deal?" He goes, "I haven't heard from him." And I think if I haven't heard from him, that's a good thing because he's someplace safe. And then I bumped into Judd Apatow at the Met game, and Judd Apatow said the same thing.
Did Judd Apatow insist on one of his fucking daughters playing in the game?
No, but he did recognize me and asked to take a picture. What I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, "Oh, so you know who I am? You fuck. Why don't you put me in some of your goddamn films or something?" I didn't say that, but still.
I said it to him last night. And then he says, "Get the fuck out of my daughter's bedroom." I was like, "Yeah, I've got my base. That's all I need, baby." Although, true story, Judd Apatow's next film is a Netflix Norm Macdonald miniseries.
Are they digging Norm back up these days? Is that what's happening?
I fucking hope so. It's
just gonna be fucking Norm's rotted corpse sitting in a chair.
But I hope so because I would really hope that Artie comes back and is at least interviewed for that Norm documentary series because they were fucking brilliant together.
Oh my god, Dirty Work is one of my favorite movies. I just watched it like literally 2 days ago. I loved it. When they were in jail, he goes, "You guys are sick. Something wrong with you." Horrible. Dirty Work is one of my favorite. Norm was always so nice to me. Like the last time I saw him was at a Gotham Comedy Club, and I was standing in the back, and he goes, "Hey, Grillo, what's going on?" He goes, "Come on downstairs." And we went downstairs, and I sat with him for like an hour at a bar at the bar downstairs, and just chilled. He was always so fucking nice. What a fucking shame.
But I thought it was kind of funny when he died, to be honest. But
he would want that. He would want that. He would want you to laugh at his death.
Hey, cancer, you know. It's gay.
It's totally gay. I shouldn't have had that anal sex with that Robin Quivers, you know.
Well, did you know, and Artie Lange confirmed the famous rumor that Norm Macdonald was banging Elle Macpherson? And that Norm broke it off with her? Hey, I deserve better, you know.
She's not that big of a looker, you know what I tell you?
Yeah. Hey, you think she's hot? Well, till she drops a log in your goddamn ensuite. She's a whore.
Yeah, something wrong. She's so spoiled. She doesn't like to flush. I don't want to see what she was eating yesterday.
Yeah, I fucked her like Ralph fucked Howard Stern, you know?
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my God. We're all going to hell, son. We're all going to hell.
Come back, Artie. We need you because there's so few funny people left apart from Schmuel Buckman. Right, Schmuel?
Right. Let's get Artie back. I picture Artie coming back as like an evangelical anti-drug advocate. Which
I listen. I miss him. Like he was he always treated me like a little brother.
He called you penis.
Yeah, you know, listen, that's what big brothers do, right? They fondle you.
Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah. No one was ever impressed. Anyway, of course I'd like to see him. It would be great. I hope that when he does come back, that it's solid and he's fucking 100%. You know. I think the last time he came back, he was actually where I was doing my podcast. He was using the same studio, and he was doing good. He had like a bunch of big celebrities on there and shit like that, and then he just had to disappear again. I just think him being in the spotlight equals drugs or temptation, and if he's not around, that's why he's not around. He can't. Everybody loves him, and when he's in the spotlight, then all of a sudden that little thing in the back of his head comes and goes. Oh well, what about little fucking Roxy? That'd be cool, you know, like.
Well, I wish that he would at least podcast from home or do something, like even post a photograph of him doing a lovely smile like this. You know, because he, as I mentioned earlier, he's a sexy man.